She's been basically cheating on me from the beginning.
Basically, if that's the word you want to use. Now, if you say, she's been cheating on me the whole time, I say, yes, you're absolutely correct. She has been cheating on you the whole time. But since you want to be in basics, basically.
She's been cheating on me the whole time.
Yes.
He came out of the car. At first, he was sitting there looking dumb. So I was like, they ain't me, son. She's fine. At first, I didn't know who it was. She was in this Chevrolet, some kind of Chevrolet white car.
Yeah. Older model. Right?
Yeah. No, new model.
Yeah, new model.
So, he's sitting there looking dumbfounded. I said, I know that. I was like, I know that ain't me, son. He can't step out the car. Who the hell is you? That's what I said. She said, hi, this is my new boyfriend. Where me saw that? Oh, we'll talk about that later. I'm like, I know she did.
And I'm the fool, don't even see all that. I'm the fool that's not even paying attention to it. I'm the fool that's like, well, she's just going after her dream. I'm the fool, okay, she care and it's all good. Because I'm so blinded by my love for her or whatever. I'm so blinded by wanting to do for her. You know? And all my work and all my effort has got me to this point where I'm fucking balling and left with memories and images of things that were not real. A bunch of phantoms. I haven't been talking to anybody about any of this, man, and I need to talk about it. She didn't like you. She loved what you could do for her. I cannot believe that somebody I gave my heart to, man, could do that to me. Why do that to somebody? Why do that to somebody? I don't understand. Why do that to somebody? Why do that to someone who fucking genuinely loves you? What doesn't your fucking conscience at some point come to you? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? I've been trying to wreck my brain, trying to figure out how she could do that to me. All the way up until this point, man, and I don't even understand. This girl still was not gonna tell me that she's staying with this dude in his apartment, whoever the fuck he fucking with. To this point, right now in July, dog, she's still playing that game. I talked to that bitch yesterday, man. And she's still acting like ain't nothing happened. How could she see me love her children and give all my love to them and to her? Try to sacrifice.
She didn't love you. She just loved what you could do for her.
And Angela said,
so she sees you taking care of her children. She's like, oh, good. I got this man to take care of my children. Meanwhile, she's getting another man to give her money or do something else for her.
And it's so heartbreaking because I didn't have to be with her. I didn't have to be with her. And I chose to be with her. I chose to be with her because I love her. There's everything right there telling you you shouldn't even be bothered with her. There's everything right there that's saying, run away from her. But why? I'm not going to judge her because she has her children. I'm not going to judge her because she's in that place. She's a human being. I get along with her. I like her. Damn, oh no, now I'm in love with her. I want to do everything I can for her. And she saw that and fucking spit in my face, man. Fucking spit in my face.
Sucked you dry.
And sucked me dry. And not even monetarily. But my love, my feelings, my mental stability.
If she was an honest prostitute, like we said, like in Amsterdam, she would actually have less problems. But the fact that she's prostituting herself and lying to each and every man that she prostitutes herself with brings back all sorts of drama onto her.
Yeah.
She's a prostitute.
She's a prostitute. And why me? Why me? Why me?
And Helen said, no, she goes, they're both there. She goes, but when one comes, she tells the other one to hide. And vice versa, you know? And I was like, wow. anybody tells me anything, especially if it's a child, I just listen to it. I don't really necessarily rate it until I know anything like that.
Wait a minute.
Anyone that's not concerned.
This is the little girl, right?
Wait a minute, yeah, wait a minute. Manas. You say when one comes, she tells the other one to hide?
Right, that's what Nahara said.
Nahara said that. Nahara said, when one boyfriend comes, mommy tells the other one to hide.
Right. Yeah, you even have to experience that, you know, that somebody could just treat people like tissue, pretty much, you know. Just wipe their nose with you and toss you aside, and it's not even a big deal. And the saddest thing about it is, even if you were to confront her about it, you know, teary-eyed, you know, she would just be so nonchalant and just so, like, completely matter of fact and insensitive about it that would shock you even more. Your tears would mean nothing to her, you know, at all. So, you know, go ahead, man, cry, you know, punch some things, break some stuff,
Why, man?
and then once you're done, yo, just don't.
Why? I don't understand. Why would she do that to me?
I know what you
Why, man? Like, what did I do?
I don't know. You didn't do anything.
What did I do,
You
man?
just left yourself open to her.
What did I do to her?
You loved her.
Nothing. You didn't do anything to her.
I just don't I don't even understand, man.
Do you have
love her.
everything?
That's it.
I don't even understand, man. Why would somebody do that to somebody, man? I didn't even do anything to her. I didn't even do anything to her, man. What did I do? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything, man.
Actually, I think what it was is that when I decided to leave her, I wasn't angry anymore because I left her, you know, but I think the grieving part came in where our marriage, the way that it ended, was very abrupt. It was just like, one day I upped and left. I packed my things and I was gone, and I never went back.
I thought that this girl really loved me. I thought that she really cared about me.
I know, even though I was married to her for 7 years, I was not allured by her, you know. Right before we got married, and I mean right before we actually tied the knot, I hated her. I did not want to be with her at all. As a matter of fact, if you see pictures of me on my wedding day, I was miserable. We fought. I set my mind to making it work because I was married now. And so we were planning the wedding, but the whole time I kept talking to my mother. I was like, and my sister too. I was like, she doesn't love me, you know. And they like, oh, you know. My sister would be like, leave her. Oh, but she has a baby. And my mother would be like, oh, you're just talking nonsense. She loves you. You sound like your father. Your father used to say the same thing about me. And I was very frustrated about that, you know, very upset about that. But her and her mom just like took over that wedding. So that's what we pretty much were fighting about, the wedding, that I can recall. And probably me just fighting about how much I just couldn't stand her, you know. She was 6 months pregnant at the time. I guess that was kind of hypocritical to say, because by that time I didn't love her either, you know. But the prospect of being a weekend dad just killed me, because I had vowed that I would not be what my father was to me. She broke my spirit about 6 months. So I would say she broke my spirit about a year into the relationship.
Wow.
So when I say she broke my spirit, I mean that I'm fighting with her, like knowing she doesn't love me, knowing exactly who she is, and I'm not taking no shit from her, you know, until eventually I just broke. I just remember just being like, man, this is gonna be my life for the rest of my life, you know. And she doesn't care. She loves it. The fighting doesn't even affect her. It doesn't affect her like, well, damn, you know, we need to work on our relationship, see how we can work this out. It was like a game to her, and I realized that, and I was like, I'm in way over my head. And I just fell apart pretty much. So the person that I was before that was gone, you know. between 97 and 99, when I had finished that job, my mind broke, literally. I actually heard it snap one day from the pressure of working that job, and the job was, just imagine, it's like working for 3 companies in one. And they didn't listen to anything I said. If I told them, you need this, you need that, they'd say, they wouldn't do it. And then they would expect results still. And then she would just nag and nag and nag and nag and nag. Say, go out and get money, because we need money, but then come home when I tell you to come home. And so I cannot imagine being that stressed again, you know. But I never to my knowledge, I never neglected her nor the children. I always made time for my family, always. It was like living in a box with an elephant. There's just no room for you anywhere. You know that feeling, and I've told people this before. You know that feeling like when you're not in a relationship and you desperately want to be in one, and you come home to an empty house and you eat alone. That feeling. Just imagine having that feeling and being married. 7 years. 7 years. There was not one, significant moment, I can say, like a significant period of time where I could say I really felt like one with her. I'm not saying that we didn't have our ups and downs and that we didn't have that good times, but those good times lasted, not, no time at all, maybe a month, 3 months the most in a 7-year relationship, and that's even worse because it gives you hope. It gives you hope. Oh man, we're going good, Maybe, and then she just comes along and just says, "What? You got hope? There you go. Pick that shit up."
Explain to me about the pain, man.
I can't.
The pain is like I don't know.
Well, honestly, you should be prepared to go through these incredible lows. An exorcism. It's like a demon spirit takes over your body. It's like,
Oh my God.
you have to exercise it.
What?
Through crying.
I don't even understand, man.
Drinking.
My mother don't affect me one way or the other.
We're looking at pictures of me
Hurt.
and looking at pictures of my boyfriend
Okay, let's see. Let's
who
check.
had broken my heart.
Okay. Damn, you look fucked up.
Pretty upset. Let's see. I think I erased all of the other ones. And the sad part is that I finished a show and I'm still wearing my stage makeup, and I'm like, oh, like, I think I passed out at this point, but I still clicked on the camera and I caught the last shot.
Hey, man.
You can fade out on that one.
Makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
But you're an idiot when you're in love. You don't know what's going on. You just know that you want to be with the other person.
That's all.
That's it.
That's the thing that hurts the most. We tried in the relationship, and we realized because of the circumstances, she getting her car being repoed, she getting kicked out of the house, not working, not having any money. I bought her a phone, and because she couldn't afford one, she couldn't even qualify for one. The thing that hurts the most, I think, is that she never really wanted to be with me in the first place. And that hurts, man. That hurts a lot.
This is a book that I had to create beginning September of 2004, because that is when she began to file lawsuit after lawsuit against me, falsely, because her whole intention was to take the kids from me. The first thing it began with was that when I left her, which was I left that house in April. Maybe like the first week or the first 2 weeks in April of 2004. Mind you now, and check the records, the girl never works. You will find that any job she had maybe lasted 2 or 3 months. Look at the date, April 15th, right? This is me paying for the children's daycare. Oh, this was insurance that I had to get on the car, right? Because I already had insurance on her fucking car, right? That I was paying. But she called the people and told them, don't put him on the insurance. Mind you now, I owed her mother mortgage money. And mind you, I did not have a car. She didn't care. So I had to get insurance so I could get a car, otherwise I wouldn't be able to get around. So this is me paying the lawyer for getting the money from the house. This is another check, note the date, paying for the kids' summer camp, because they were only in summer camp at this time, their daycare center. This is $800 made out to cash. I cannot prove to you who it was written to because it was made out to cash. It's $800. Another payment for the kids' school. This was actually for them to go on a field trip. And she cursed me out for this. Don't ever send the kids, pay for the kids to go on a field trip at 9 in the morning. I don't want to get up at 9 in the morning. As God as my witness. This was another check I had to pay. Had to do also with the house. The check I made out to her mother. I wasn't living there at this time. This is April 15th. I had moved out of the house. If you hear her tell it, I wasn't doing anything. I supposedly gave her mother a check. $900. May 31st for, can't really read it too good. It's either $300 or $500. I don't know which one that is. Can't tell. Oh, it's written out. $300.
That's it.
Paying for the children's school. Here's the name of the school they were going to. She's living in her mother's house. She doesn't work. And I'm gonna prove to you in a minute that I was buying all the groceries and cooking for the kids. Buying diapers and everything. So you're gonna look at this money and be like, well, $300 ain't much, but this was $300 and she wasn't doing shit. Oh, no. This was actually when she took me to court, July 15th. She took me to court and I had to write her a check for $900. This was when the child support payments began. So this is proving to you that before all this, she was receiving money before she actually took me to court and told the judge that I was not giving her any money at all. I even kept these just to prove that I was paying my child support. These are receipts. These are receipts. This is the
Has she ever seen any of this stuff?
No, she has never seen this because it has never come to court. This is the counselor, me paying the counselor for marriage counseling. This is, we got married in 1997. We got married in December of 1997. I had probably after the first year, maybe 2, I'll even go as far as 3 years, I was on my knees begging her, please let us go to counseling, because she would complain and complain about me and the relationship. She never wanted to go to counseling. I even went to counseling on my own for about a month or 2. She did not come. She even thought it was ridiculous. But in 2004, when I'm like, I don't want to be with you no more. Please, let's go to counseling, Manasa. That's the proof right there. Look at the date. See, this is the date when I'm supposed to be in a deadbeat. This is after I left the house, but before child support. I'm paying for not only my kids, but her kids. But this was for a field trip. This is where we get to, this is the good stuff. See, this is the good stuff right here. These are the receipts of when I was being a deadbeat. This is when I have these receipts of me going to Publix. Notice what I'm buying: groceries, bread, honey buns, and strawberry and banana. These are the Capri Sun drinks that you buy for your kids, you know what I'm saying? Soy milk, tropical juice and stuff. This is groceries. How much money did I spend? Not much. What? $40. And this was in April 30th. This is after I left the house. Why am I buying groceries? And why am I buying kids' things? Because I'm going to the house after I left the house and I'm taking care of my kids. And giving her money on top of it. You saw that with your own eyes. This is, what, a week later? 2 weeks later? This is a week later. This was April 30th, and this is May 3rd. May 3rd. I'm going back to the grocery store to buy more juice and some oil. And some soy milk, right? So this is a person who isn't just buying groceries once a week and dropping it off, because obviously I'm there day after day and I know, oh, I gotta go get a little more juice because the kids drank it all up. So I gotta go back to the store now. This is me going to Walgreens. This was like I think I bought some crayons, some Spider-Man shit. I don't play with Spider-Man shit. This is for my kids. Where's the date on that? May 6th, 2004. A cereal. And look at the kind of cereal. Apple Jacks, Corn Flakes. I don't eat that shit. What is the date? May 7th, 2004. Let us continue. I go and buy shoes for my children on May 12th. How much money did I spend? $75 buying shoes for my children. Here I am going to Eckerd's on May 14th at 8 o'clock at night and buying diapers for my daughter. Now, if this don't just fucking bring tears to your eyes, here I am again, May 19th. Now, mind you, I just went to the store 2 weeks ago, May 14th. Here I am going back to the store 2 weeks later, May 19th, and buying more diapers and pull-ups for my daughter, and buying more kids things, Tropical Healthy Kids, right? Florida Natural Lemonade and shit, you know, more bread, Fruity Pebbles. How much money did I spend? $80. $80. And now mind you, I'm not just buying shit, you know, look at this. Make sure you note that tilapia fillet. What was I gonna do with that tilapia fillet? Cook for my kids. Where was their mother? God only knows. God only knows. From this time, as you see these dates, going from May 15th to July, this is me doing this. I'm cooking for the entire house. Coming there every day. You see me here right now? It's right now 2:20 at night in the morning. I am at work. I would be coming from work at 8 o'clock in the morning. I would be going to school at 10 o'clock. I would get out of school around 4 o'clock and go straight to her mother's house. I wasn't living there. And this is what I would be doing until 12 o'clock when it was time for me to turn right back around and come back to work. So ask yourself, here I am. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm buying the groceries. I ain't even sleeping. I'm going to school, I'm going to work, and I'm still giving her ass $200, $300, just in case anything else happens to those kids. Tell me that ain't fucked up, man. Here we are again. Dandy Bear. And this is when? May 31st. So I ain't even sleeping. And I still find time to take my kids to fucking Dandy Bear. I am such an awful dad. I am such a deadbeat. Where do I find the time for all of this? How do I do it? Here I am again. This is May 28th. So here we are now at the end of the month. Notice that I'm buying Pampers. Once again, just in case you think this is groceries that's just for me. And I want you to ask yourself too, while I'm spending $80 here, $40 there, giving her $200, giving her mother $900, where am I living and what am I eating? Nothing. I was starving. If I ate one meal a day, I was lucky. Believe it, because I am such an awful person. I'm so selfish. I leave her alone. I don't care. Look at me, I don't even like people. And we're now in July. We're in June now, June 16, 2004. What am I buying? I'm out there buying wipes again for my daughter and diapers. $100 on groceries. What is the date on that one? This is the end of July. This is when all of this ended, because then she took me to court and said, I need child support because he abandoned me. He abandoned me and his kids. I've been dying for a level-headed, reasonable, God-fearing judge to see this shit. Dying. This is why I save all of this stuff. This is the reason why I save it. Because I'm just waiting for somebody to come here and look at the things that this woman does. Now, you were asking yourself, what was Pat doing with all that money? I'm sure you were asking yourself. To out of Africa. Is that kids' things? I don't think so. How much money does she spend? $100. Here's a good one. Natural Cosmetics. How much does she spend? $20-something.
34.
When is 30-something dollars is May 31st. This is just to show the things that she's carrying on with. And those are just light things. Those are the light things. This is it. This is her plea for temporary relief, right? This is the day she got it. The 1st of July. It didn't actually go into effect until the 15th of July. She needed temporary relief, y'all. Relief from what? What did she need relief from? What was happening to her that she needed relief? This is crazy, man. This is me keeping, because she tells so many lies about the things that go on. I actually had to keep a diary so that if ever went to court, I would not forget. I actually had to go down to the downtown library so that I could prove that on September 1st was when the hurricane hit. Why? Filed a restraining order against me, and I'm gonna find that for you, that one. Saying that I came to her house on September 1st and put up shutters on her windows, not because I was concerned that a hurricane might come and blow my kids away, but because I was stalking her. I don't know what I did with the receipt that showed her taking out $6,000 out of her account. I don't know where that is off the top of my head. Yeah, this is the actual injunction. I mean, if you want to take a look at it, you know, this is her filing a restraining order against me, motion in order to extend temporary injunction in order to appear in hearing. It was because she said I came to her house and that I was stalking her and that I had been showed up in other places and stalking her. I don't know what those other places were. And that I had beat her up in the home in the past. Now, she's saying I beat her up in the house in the past. But yet there is no police record of me ever beating her, which I find odd. These are all police reports that have been filed. This is November 2004. What is the date? August 2004. Phoned the police for assistance in retrieving property from the residence. Am I lying? I don't think I'm lying. This is July 28th. Filing a police report against who? A criminal that broke into her house? No, her sister. She's filing a report against her own sister. This is 2004, January 4th. Tell me this is not drama. Why did she call the police? She saw an incident in the street that concerned her. This goes back to 2001. She called the police again. Why did she call the police? She called the police on behalf of someone else. That was August 6th of 94. And this is August 10th of 94. She called the police on August 10th of 1994, and then she called the police 4 days earlier about something else. Yet I have yet to see the police report that has been filed against deadbeat Manasa for kicking her ass. Where is that police report?
Father God, that will give us better understanding, Father God, that will give us more clarity, Father God, and that will make us a better person, Father God. In the name of Jesus, I pray to really get a real male perspective on how you really look at us, how you really feel about us, and what are some of the dumb things that we should not do as women.
I needed to be married. That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to be married. You're supposed to have some children, you know, and that's what I thought that I was supposed to do. I thought I was supposed to get married. I thought I was supposed to have 2.5 children and have the white picket fence and all the things that come with marriage. I did not love him.
I think when it comes to a relationship, I really believe that one of the biggest things a man really needs is a support system.
That's it, Brother Phil.
Men deal with a lot of things when it comes to business and dealing with, you know, the corporate world. Exactly. We have to be belittled a lot of times, and when we come home, we need a supporting wife.
If that woman say, all right then, baby, you know what I'm saying, you ain't doing this with me, or go walking with me to the park. I ain't got time. You should make it your business. Go ahead.
Gonna feed the ducks.
I'm gonna walk. I do it right now. I ain't even gotta do it. It ain't mine. A lot of times I don't want to do what I got to do, but I'm right there, you know, just showing, you know, hey, I respect what you're saying. We do what y'all want us to do, you know what I'm saying? To a point, if you got something to say, your opinion is just as good as mine, as a man. Because you the woman, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean that hold you for the act on. You got your opinion just as good as mine. If I'm doing something wrong, I'm going to say, damn, baby, you're going out too bad. Now, man, some response should be like this. What days you want me to go out? You feel like I'm going out 7 days a week?
yourself.
You know what I'm saying? You feel like I'm going out 7 days a week? No, can I go out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday? And you know what I do? What time you want me to come home?
Most people don't sit down. Let me tell you something. If you can talk all you want to. A bunch of talking don't mean nothing if y'all don't understand each other. That's why people say, well, you've never been married and this, that, and the other. But one thing that I do know and I agree with, we don't sit down and we don't communicate. All of that crap about, oh, they change after they get married. A lot of the times those situations are there.
Sweetie, you can talk about it before you get married, and it can change. I don't care, because you have to know, like my husband, very, very ambitious person, work all the time, skilled in so many areas. But it came from his childhood. His daddy been spending time with him. So talking about it doesn't mean that it's going to actually transpire.
Hold on, that's what I said. Not just talking about it. You knew before you married, y'all have to come to an agreement. Listen, sweetie. For me, did you say, listen, I understand how it was when you were growing up as a child, this, that, and the other half. This is what I want.
What's wrong with doing that? Getting up cooking for your man, your husband, and ironing his clothes, and doing what's wrong with it? They don't appreciate it. Oh, no. The minute you come across don't appreciate it. No. You
Marriage, relationships, you going into battle. That's how a lot of people look at relationships, but it shouldn't be that way. We said that when you date somebody, you look at that person as, that's my future husband. And if you look at somebody in that manner, you might treat them a little different. You might expect a little bit more from them. But if you say, that's my boyfriend, or you done put those man friends, you done put those titles on there, that's all they are, friends. In a relationship, you spend 10% serious, 90% play. You should take 90% serious, 10% play. Because while you're with the person, the ideal marriage is not that we have great sex. When the sex get old and your face and body get old, what do you have? You better have some groundwork there. Because if your groundwork is shallow, your building is going to come down.
He's the head of the house. You see that already, you see? If you see him to feel threatened, he's not backing down. You see what she's doing though? You know, now he backed down a little bit. But he's ready. He understands that, and she understands that I better let him handle it. These relationships are beautiful, you see? It started in nature first. Adam saw it in nature, and he desired that for him to be in a relationship. And so Eve was created. But it started when he saw the creatures sharing things together, sharing time and energy, all that together. Signing out for now. God bless you.
That really fine woman, that, classy, intelligent, refined, confident woman who knows herself and knows what she wants. And most people are just not even close to that. Most women, most men, they're just totally lost. They don't know what they want, they don't know who they are, they don't even know why they do things or why they feel the way they feel. Why am I beating my wife? I don't know, because she's a bitch. They don't know. They're just doing, just people acting like animals, like just completely on impulse, with no kind of firm foundation. I was very nice to her. I was a total gentleman. But she was used to being beaten by her boyfriends and, you know, being mistreated and yelled at and called a cunt and all sorts of things that I didn't have any desire to do. I loved her, so I treated her great, and I cooked her dinner, and I fucked the shit out of her, and we went on trips together, and it freaked her out. You know, yeah. You know, at first she was crazy, but she's like, wow, you know, I've never met anybody like you. This is so different. This is amazing, you know, and she would just cry in my arms, amazed at the whole thing. But eventually, I think it was just too much. It was too unfamiliar. Because they're really falling in love with you. So then it's like, oh shit, you know. Because they're expecting at any moment you're gonna freak out and throw the telephone at their head, which is what her ex-husband did.
Wow. Shit.
You know, that's why they got divorced, because he cracked the telephone over her head.
Ooh, wow.
So she's expecting this. At any point, I'm gonna freak out and beat her. Do something.
So what was this girl expecting me to do?
Just to provide for her like everybody else has. Like her mother did. Like then all the men that she started screwing after. She went from her mother and men at the same time to then just the men. I mean, behavior like that, it's irrational, it's beyond, you know, acting out of fear. It's, like I said, the maladjusted. I'm surrounded by them. You know, something happened in her development that she ended up with this need to be with men all the time and depend on them and not be able to take care of herself. And it's like an addiction. It gets to the point where you lie. You say anything you have to say just to keep it going.
That's what Angela said. An addiction, that's what they tell you. They blame everybody else, everything else.
It's never going to be her fault.
But their fault. Then what they're doing.
Because you, until you broke up, only saw you and then Manasa before you.
Yep.
Her boys and her daughters see these men coming all, you know, 3 or 4 a week, you know, just overlapping, you know, when one's not here, the other one's here. When that one's not here, another one's here. They see that shit. So that's why they call her a bitch and a whore, because they see everything. It goes back to maladjusted people.
Maladjusted people?
In their developmental process of, you know, growing up, something went wrong. Very wrong. Something goes wrong with everybody, but, you know.
So wait. So are you telling me that there's just a million of these motherfuckers running around and by us being nice people, nice human beings?
We attract them to us.
But what the fuck am I doing being a nice fucking guy?
That's the paradox of the thing.
Fucking hell! I need to be a fucking thug then!
You're a thug, you'll get a nice girl.
I can't believe that.
Who's used to being abused.
I don't want to believe...
They just want a roughneck because of the stereotype of roughnecks know how to lay it down in bed. Thugs are people that want to be like what they see on TV.
The older thugs, you know, 24, 25-year-old thugs.
I think they need to grow up. The rappers with the gold chains and making money and easy money at that and selling dope and not getting caught and bragging about it. Feel secure because of men who will fight for them as well. That's another stereotype.
Yeah. But is this a stereotype?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good guys don't finish first.
Thug like baby. You know what I mean?
What is a thug to you?
A thug. A nigga that can handle his own shit. Don't take no shit. That's about his shit.
A lot of thugs out here. A lot of gangsters out here. A thug and a gangster. You know what I mean? To me, that's 2 different things. I could be a thug. I could look the thug part. I could play the thug role. You know what I'm saying? I could get out there and be in the thug life and do this, sell those, shoot pistols or whatever. You know what I mean? But a gangster nigga gonna stand for here. He gonna die for here. When that shit hit the fan, he gonna go get his when his back against the wall if he broke. Gangster don't give a fuck, nigga. He gonna go do what he gotta do to get what he gotta get, nigga. You know what I'm saying? By any means necessary. And, nigga, you either in the way, nigga, you gonna get down or lay down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was all about is you got the heart for that shit. There's a lot of niggas say they thugs, nigga rob them, take their shit every day. They don't do shit about it, you know what I mean? They just, you know, they got connection, they get right back on, but, you know what I mean? But to a time, he'll wise up, he gonna harden up. Cause there's gonna be a point in a man's life, anytime he gonna break.
pick this woman's children up every day for the summer camp. That I got them in. The people said if were it not for me, they would not be in it. I picked up her children from her ex-husband's house every fucking morning, man. Every fucking morning. Made sure they had food. Made sure they were there on time and that they were safe. I did that shit. And this is the fucking thanks I get. This is the fucking thanks I get. And motherfucking black women want to know why fucking dudes don't want to be fucked up with their ass no fucking more. Because of bitches like that, yo. Bitches like that, man. Bitches like that. This is why motherfuckers want to be thugs and slap these bitches up and act, make and treat them like shit.
And the women expect it. You feel weird when you do otherwise, or take advantage of you. You show kindness, they suck you dry.
You show kindness, that's a fucking weakness. I got him. He'll suck. I'll go ahead and take him from him.
So they got two right you got from him.
Yeah.
Motherfucker keep taking your shit around your shit that next time, that next nigga might not be good for you, you know what I mean? That next nigga, that might be the time you snap. Goddamn, next time somebody try me, I'm going all out for it, you know what I'm saying? So it's always the man and the thug and the nigga just about, if you gangster with it and you believe in that shit, you gonna die for that shit, nigga. You gotta respect the struggle too, though, you know what I mean? Hustler is a hustler. Gangster is a gangster, nigga. Gangster gonna stand up, feet to the concrete, nigga, you know what I'm saying? By any means necessary, like Michael May said, by any means necessary, nigga. Money first, power second, nigga, and the women gonna always come. Dime a dozen, nigga. Like I say, once that money come, nigga, you gonna buy bitches, less headache. You know what I mean? It's a business deal, bitch. I want you for an hour or two. Here you go, that's it. I ain't gotta stress nothing else. I ain't gotta worry about who you with when you leave me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta worry about you worrying about who I'm with when I leave you. You know what I mean? It's really easier that way, though.
What classify thug?
Yeah.
We not looking for that kind of thug.
Right.
We don't want that kind of thug.
But it just so seems that when y'all getting with these people, they ain't that type of thug that's 10%. He's 90%. I'm just saying.
For example's sake, who we talk about like a Jay-Z? Like a Jay-Z. See somebody in corporate America driving a purple Impala on 22 with spinning wheels. I'm just, oh no. We don't want that kind of, we don't want that kind of.
Well, from what I've been getting, a lot of people, they say that a thug is a Tupac type, or a Jay-Z type, or a Method Man type. The roughneck, tattooed, bling bling. Yeah.
But really, what is it? Who says a thug is a bad image? It's just an image. It's not really necessarily a bad thing. It's just your style.
I was assuming that y'all meant the thug that's sitting out there in the street, because that's what majority of young people are looking for. Even some older people. Some people that sit around our age or older are still looking for this quote-unquote dope boy, this quote-unquote thug, this quote-unquote, and they want to make this a marriage and make him a man and make them all, and it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would want a thug. I don't understand it.
So. Why do you say that?
Because to me, I guess a thug is somebody who doesn't work, or like they shoot and kill or hustle to get money and stuff like that, and I don't think that there's a good future in that, so I don't know why a woman will want to invest her future in somebody who doesn't have a guaranteed future.
A lot of the young ladies that we've talked to today, a lot of them say they like the thug because of his security. They feel like they'll be secure with the thug. He can handle his business and stuff like that.
Do they mean secure financially or secure physically? I mean,
some of them said physically.
Yeah.
Some of them said financially.
Well, if they said financially, then they just really don't know what they're talking about. So that's how I feel. Just because if you're gonna be secure financially, I mean, you need like a retirement plan. You need some money saved up. You need 401k. I mean, because the thug image, it attracts
it attracts me. I don't know, it turned me on. It's just something about a thug. You know what I'm saying? They just very outspoken. You know what I'm saying? Some of them is shit eaters, but.
What you mean by that? What you mean by that shit eaters?
Some of them bite a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, they ain't real about it? Or?
Yeah, they ain't real. But some of them, most thugs that I know, they down for life. Yeah. Straight up, I'm real.
So
151, baby.
So clean cut dudes don't do nothing for you.
The thug
yeah.
Let me tell you the difference between a thug nigga and a clean cut nigga. Pretty boy niggas wanna make love to you. A thug nigga will fuck you shit out of you. And that is the big difference. When they fuck you, that dick. Okay, pretty niggas get it a dick. Thug niggas get that wood. That would have you hide in the
So what does a
thug niggas give you thug passion?
So what does a thug nigga look like to you?
Thug nigga, it depends.
Look, hold on.
Grilled up?
I'm finna point out I'm finna point out the average thug for you.
Okay, shit. We got a lot
There's one coming down the
here. No, there go one right there. See Buddy right there? Hey, Buddy!
Hey! Black! One piece! Black truck! Yeah, you!
See, now that's a thug nigga right there.
That's a thug nigga?
Yeah.
True. Okay, I ain't no thug.
Nah, you a blue collar, a white collar.
And I don't do it though. You ain't into
It depends. It depends how you come at me. If you come at me like you a green ass nigga, then I'ma treat you like you a green ass nigga. If you come at me like you a thug, then I'ma treat you like you a
so
thug.
Now that's interesting. Now how does a green ass nigga, does he come, hey, how you doing? You know, I saw you.
Can I take you out to eat? A thug gonna come straight out and be like, little mama, what they do?
Bomb. Okay.
What they do?
True.
You feel
Where
me?
you from?
305.
305. Me too, baby. Obalaka.
Damn right.
All right, y'all.
Kendall, baby.
Thug ain't nothing but the inner side of yourself, man, you know what I mean? Because every man got a man in him. You could be a man in age, but you ain't a man in your mind, though. You know what I mean? Because there's some niggas out here 25 still act like little boys. So it ain't really nothing to be a thug. It just is you gonna be the one who believe in that shit. Is you willing to die for that shit?
I found out that she took the kids and moved to Georgia, someplace in Georgia, Macon, I believe. But I wasn't too sure what that meant. Because I had heard also that she was gonna go see. I know she had been back and forth seeing her father. I thought it was just like another visit, but I know she had never taken the kids before, and she wouldn't have to ask me because she's not supposed to go out of the state without my consent. They moved, because they're gone. I find it very strange that she would make a move, a permanent move, out of state without ever mentioning it to me, without an email, a phone call, because that's illegal. She's not supposed to do that. She's supposed to get my consent first. And this just goes right along with what she's been trying to do all along since I left her, which is try to take the kids away from me because she knows that's what's gonna hurt me the most. So I couldn't come near her house, I couldn't pick up my kids from school, so I could not see my kids, and that went on for 7 months. And while she had me away from the kids, she indoctrinated them, telling them, your father, they would say, why isn't daddy coming to visit us? Oh, because he doesn't love you. And just to show you how fucked up the court system is, the judge wouldn't give me overnight. At first, he wouldn't give me overnight visitation because he figured that if my ex-wife was keeping them from me, there must be a good reason. But my lawyer managed to talk him into it easily to let me have overnight visitation. So they gave me every other weekend with my kids. The first thing that came out of my oldest daughter's mouth and my son's mouth was, why didn't you come get us? Like, why do you think I don't love you? And she said, because mommy told us that you don't love us, you don't care about us. And I was able to sit down and show her all those documents that I showed on camera because her mother said I wasn't giving them any money. They said sometimes they could not eat. Sending her $920 something a month. So what was she doing with the money if the kids were not eating? I showed her every single child support check I had sent in the interim that they'd been gone. I showed her the restraining orders that she had sent. I explained to her about what she did with the contact card for school, so I could not pick them up from school. And my daughter sat there and my son sat there and they held their head and they said, our mother is a liar. She's perpetuating the sickness that is in the black community where these bitter-ass black women just shit on men and tell them it's their fault. All she sees is Manasa has to pay. These are children that you're raising, and she's so much about her little image that she will prance around and call herself an empress and act like she's all into this whole black community and black unity and repatriation. You don't even have any fucking obligations. You can just sleep all day. That's why I'm talking to you. That's why you have all the time in the world to sit here and concoct shit and write stupid ass text messages to me and have me in and out of court every time the wind blows because you ain't doing shit. You ain't got a fucking job. You ain't gotta say, God damn it, I gotta be up at 7 o'clock. You parcel out our children when you have them. You want them so bad. Make sure Manasa doesn't get them. But every fucking time I turn around, my sister's got them. My mother's got them. Asha's got them. People I don't even fucking know got them. And then when they come back fucking sick with ringworm and pneumonia and salmonella, I did it. They were with me from Friday evening to Monday morning, and I made them sick. Now, it couldn't possibly be you. Half the time, nobody knows who the kids are with. Sometimes you even separating them. Nakati's over here with these boys, and Nahara and Sayana and Nahara over here with these boys. And girls, whatever. You know, this family or that family. You full of shit, man. And that ain't even funny because it's like, you could be full of shit, but why the fuck you gotta drag the kids into it? They're little kids, and they're such sweet children. I cannot even take the credit for how sweet they came out. They just came out with such sweet dispositions. And you can't even sit down and take the time and try to make that transition as easy as possible for them. No. You go out of your way, working harder than you've ever worked in your life to make it as difficult and as frustrating and as devastating as possible for them. In every way, while you go around, whispering in everybody's ear that it ain't your fault, it's Manasa's fault. And that's why I don't want you to have the kids. Because when they're all fucked up and they're looking at you, we're gonna say, it ain't me, it's your father. He fucked you guys up.
African American women have developed, I think over time, some very bitter feelings of betrayal with African American men, and I think the feelings in their minds perhaps may be justifiable. But I also think we need to look at the realities of our past. Historically, the performance of our people. Many of our women become baby factories. See the children as traps. Oh, I got you now. You ain't going nowhere. You're not going anywhere. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's the worst thing you could do. We have not been taught, and we came up under a different auspices. We came up through slavery. So some of us are free, most of us are not. And they're prostituting themselves in an effort to feel love. Sex, being sexual, being sensuous, being romantic, being intimate has nothing to do with love. Love is patient, and love is kind. Love is gentle. Love is not going to put any pressure on you. That's why it's patient. Love understands that you have 5 children already. You're coming back on the rebound from a bad marriage, or 2 or 3. This promiscuous, I'm sure she always wanted to dress like these young girls, and she was always partying like a young girl. I can only imagine that's her character. And you know what that was all about? She probably had her hair, and I'm sure she kept her shape intact because it wasn't about her. It was about, I look good, so they'll be with me. Because that's all she thought she was worth. That's where her value of self was. Beautiful. They're going to be infatuated with my beauty. But guess what? I'm the world's worst mom. And just spend time working on you, getting to know who you are. Fall in love with yourself. At least get to know yourself. Get to know who you are. Fall in love with yourself. You won't need people to tell you you're beautiful. You won't need people to say, oh, you look nice today. You're going to wake up and, oh, God, you're so awesome. Look at me. You made me beautiful. And you look, you got your hair still wrapped up and tied up in your scarf and your PJs on. You train your children. There was no way this woman was going to go to school. Her kids they weren't accustomed to routines. There was no training. Without the proper help, without the proper coaching, without the proper mentoring, statistics have proven, Ms. Shawn, she never got a chance to grow up. And there's a difference between girls and women.
If the penis was a major part of the relationship, the penis would have moved on already. And the vagina would have been holding the camera in her hand. 10:51, you're fucking haunted. You know what to fucking do. Just do it. You gonna let one pussy just make you all confused? That's your problem. The vagina doing something else to you.
This is usually the toughest time for me. Because I know that she is fucking him now. She's fucking this new guy.
I used to always want to like do a female thing like that. Like I'm saying, like if he with somebody else, but you know, from a man point of view, man always thinking like after you been with a girl so long, you know what you did with it and all the things y'all done did from different positions to different this and emotions and shit she say to you like spank me dad or whatever. You want to live this next man doing the same shit that you doing, is he doing it better?
Yeah.
Why is she with him instead of me? Like he must got the bigger dick. You know, you don't want to think like that, but it's just that devil riding you out, man, on your mind. Like, and you know, your thought process is a powerful thing. You know?
Yeah. I'm secure with my masculinity. How about that? And my sexuality, where I understand what I like. If I could say vagina. I'm secure with vagina.
Okay.
I don't need to be considering none of that other stuff.
Okay.
Can vagina be a way to oppress a man? Has it oppressed men? Have you ever allowed yourself to be ensnared, enslaved by vagina? Is it possible for a man to be enslaved by the vagina but think he is in love?
Let him answer that.
I can do anything for vagina, maybe the first time. But after the first time, I am no longer a slave to the vagina. Can you understand that?
No.
The reason being is because after I get the vagina, I enslave the vagina.
Enslave?
The vagina. So therefore I am no longer a slave to the vagina. Because I have the vagina do my bidding. So vagina looks at me as if I am the emperor.
The emperor of vagina.
Yes. And so vagina looks at me and say, what is thy bidding, my master?
But this is the problem right here, what we talking about. See, this is the problem. Because we're looking at the vagina separate from the woman.
Is what she used to get a restraining order against her.
But that very
when it should be
morning,
the
and
other
the
way
dates
around.
correlate, that very morning she sent me a phone text message.
Yeah.
She says, what goes around comes around, whore. Your judgment goes right. That's what she said.
That's the text message she sent right before she shows up and starts an argument. Trust me, she paints herself like she is
a saint,
like she is
like an
pure white.
Just when I got from Staten Island, New York, and just moved into my house with my husband, who me and him just got married. And the man last name is Daniels, and he cursed out my son. He called him a bastard and a lying son of a bitch, and that he lied to him. I'm saying it.
She would say all of that.
Yeah, Ian didn't tell you?
Brethren, what's up? You know, I'm like, what is this? I'm thinking to myself, he's like, it's Leslie Daniels. Is this Manasa? You know, I'm like, Leslie Daniels, the name isn't even ringing a bell. And then he's like, yeah, you know, me and Patricia was sitting here thinking that maybe it's about time you spoke to your kids.
Man.
This punk motherfucker, man. I mean, the rage that built up in me at that moment, you know, and I just thought you might, you know, want to speak to the kids. I was just like, let me speak to my kids. So he just put them on. Sayana gets on the line. She's like, hi, Daddy, how are you? And I said, hey, baby, you know, how you doing? You know, are you in school? Yes, I'm in school. And she starts to cry. She's like, Daddy, I miss you so bad, you know. And I said, baby, I miss you so much too. You know, I want to see you guys so badly, but I don't know where you are. Your mother left and she didn't tell me where you guys are to this day. I don't know where you are. And she's like, just talking to me. She's like, how's Eli, you know, and everybody. So I spoke to Grandma. And she goes, Daddy, it's so good to hear your voice. And she's just crying. So then I get emotional and I start to cry, you know. And I was like, Sayana, where are you? Tell me where you are. And I could hear Patricia in the background going. She goes, I said, baby, tell me where you are. And she goes, Mommy, he wants to know where we are. I want to tell him where we are. And then she goes, no, don't. He knows where we are. Don't tell him anything. He just doesn't want to visit you. He already knows where we are.
She did not say he doesn't want to visit you.
That's what I heard her say. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard. I heard her say exactly those words. He knows where we are, baby. Don't tell him anything. He just doesn't want to visit you. But he knows where we are. Don't believe him. No, she was like, Manasa, I want you to know that I think you're a jerk. Just like that. and I didn't say anything for a long time. I just sat there and I was like, but then I'm like, but if she is still of the attitude and the willingness to do that what she did in court today and carry on with this whole charade, you know, what kind of wife is she still gonna be to him? So then I was like, damn, she really hasn't changed. She ain't gonna settle down, you know. How's she gonna have a relationship? What is the relationship gonna be based on? Her drama. Just drama about always surrounded by drama. Where is the direct exchange?
The give and take,
her,
right?
Where's the give and take between her and him?
The give and take. Now the whole world has to be about her and her battle with Manasa. Again, and just like it was with me.
And look at me. Look at me.
And look at
I ain't nothing.
Look at.
Nappy head. Craggly old bed, big teeth, big nose, you know, living in little Haiti, and she's like,
my sister said you was cute. My sister said, ooh, I like, he's cute.
But she's only saying that because it's true. No, I'm kidding.
I'm just wondering what next. And I just don't understand how the fuck I can have a fucking theater, be the fucking kick-ass actor, fucking writer and shit like that. I can have all of that shit going on with me. I cannot fucking find somebody to stay with me. That shit just does not make sense. I can sit there and fucking memorize fucking Richard III entire script and perform the motherfucker, and I cannot find anyone decent to go out on a date with. How the fuck does that happen?
When you don't love yourself, dude, you allow any and everything to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? That's beyond the true love you got for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how I feel about it. I feel I can't say how everybody, but I love me, dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I love me, why I'm gonna commit this crime against my own self?
Everybody's supposed to be used in this world. It's just a matter of drawing limitations and know because of who you are, what you know you want to do and what you don't want to do. You want to be loved so much that you let yourself get in a situation to be used up. And you didn't stop and take the time to really see that's not your mate, that's not your soulmate. Because you wanted it so much to be that.
So, like I said, it's really, the thing about it is to really take your time and get away from the emotion. because I think that's what drives people a lot of times too, to make quick decisions that they wouldn't normally make if their emotion wasn't so strong or feeling taken about somebody. So they take that time and sit back, realize the emotion is there. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, but at the same time, don't let it be your pilot.
Also, that's a real lack of love for self. This crime against my mind, against my heart, you know what I'm saying? So it better I just go ahead and leave this situation alone. And that's just how I feel. A lot of cats, they want to stay content in there, and they want to be clean. That ain't gonna work. I mean, yeah, you might, y'all might do y'all whatever, you know what I'm saying? The loving was good at night, but the next day it's even worse. The more you fall into this, it gets deeper and deeper. One of the biggest fears is being with yourself. A lot of people just don't want to be with themselves. A lot of people don't want to really, they don't want to revel in their own individualism. That's why the richest place is not the bank. The richest place is not Beverly Hills. No, the richest place not even in you.
Come on,
the
now.
richest place is the graveyard.
Yeah,
because
that's the richest
niggas
place.
die of dreams. Dreams die, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta love you, dude. You gotta love you. And when you start loving you, it's even hard to get in a relationship with somebody else. Because you don't want to let you go.
Exactly.
You in love with you.
Exactly.
And you and God got a relationship so strong, like, man, look here. That's why she said remotely, if I even see a nigga wink like my ex-boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, God, you perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I already done seen the sign, you know. But if you ain't there, if you ain't connected, dude, you know, it's a hard situation. I just kind of go out the cast. They ain't really feeling it, let it go, man. Because I'm going to tell you, though, one of my biggest fears, that I was saying to my cousin when he was out there, one of my biggest fears, man, is I can't fathom me. I done caused all this pain. I done came kicking and screaming at my mama coming into this world. And I can't fathom me, like, deceasing and dying. And I never really found my calling or what my purpose was. Mad niggas die because they don't know who they is. People die not knowing who they were and what it is they specifically supposed to do. Yeah. If God gave you a purpose, period, and if you ain't fulfill your purpose, dude, to me, you waste the oxygen.
I've always thought were decent. This guy, I don't. It's 5 after 5 on the 19th of October. Calling Patricia because she's not here. Hello? Alright. They're on their way.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Look at what they want me to pull up. They want me to pull up in the front of the school, so I have to pull up next to them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just pulling up right here in the parking lot, you pull over there and you just let my kids walk over to me. I don't want to just go anywhere near them. She uses, and has done it already, every opportunity to say that I've done something to her. That's why I always bring a video to you. So that's the very reason I knew she was gonna pull up here. From the time I came here, I said, watch she goes to the front of the school, because she's always waiting for an opportunity for me to have a reason to go close to her.
And I have this constant dream. There's a well that I live in. And I can see the others climbing out. Reach out my hands, but they look away. And
From what they say, there are better days. And there's this place trimmed in gold and suffering, where all the people go. The cookie cutter society all lined up in a row. Reach out their hands and I look away, and I get on my knees, but I can't stay. Better days.